Long ago, more than 2,000 years ago, in the misty lands of Ireland, Scotland, and Northern Europe, there lived a people called the Celts. They were farmers, warriors, and storytellers who lived in rhythm with nature. For them, the year was split into two halves, the light and the dark. As the days grew shorter and the harvest was gathered, one night loomed larger than all others, October the 131st. This was not just the end of the harvest, it was the end of the year itself. To the Celts, it was the night of Samhain, pronounced Samhain, a sacred turning point when the world of the living brushed against the world of the dead. They believed that on Samhain night, the veil between worlds grew thin. Spirits could slip through the cracks. Some were beloved ancestors returning to visit family, but others were restless, mischievous, even dangerous. To guard themselves, villagers lit massive bonfires on the hillsides. Flames leapt into the night sky, calling upon their gods for protection and lighting the way for friendly spirits. People gathered around, feasting, singing, and sharing stories of heroes and monsters. But protection required more than fire. The Celts wore disguises, masks, animal skins, and costumes to trick wandering spirits into leaving them alone. This was the earliest form of dressing up for Halloween. If you looked like a ghost, the ghosts would pass you by. To keep the dead content, food and offerings were left at the edges of villages, bread, fruit, or portions of the harvest. This practice, meant to appease the spirits, was the seed of what would one day grow into trick-or-treating. As centuries passed, the Roman Empire conquered Celtic lands. With them came new traditions. The Romans honored the dead in a festival called Feralia, and they celebrated Pomona, goddess of orchards and fruit. Her symbol was the apple, and from her feast day came the tradition of apple games, including bobbing for apples, a custom that still lingers in some places today. But time does not stand still. By the 8th century, Christianity spread across Europe. The Church sought to replace old pagan festivals with holy days. Pope Gregory III declared November 1st as All Saints' Day, a day to honor saints and martyrs. The night before was called All Hallows' Eve. Over centuries, those words twisted and shortened until they became Halloween. Still, the old ways refused to fade. People continued to wear disguises, carve frightening faces into turnips, and light lanterns to ward off evil. Legends grew of the jack-o'-lantern, a trickster soul doomed to wander the earth, carrying only a glowing ember in a carved-out gourd. When Irish immigrants journeyed to America in the 1800s, they brought their Halloween customs with them. But in the New World, turnips were scarce. Pumpkins, on the other hand, were plentiful, larger, and easier to carve. Thus, the pumpkin became the new jack-o'-lantern, glowing brightly on porches and windowsills. By the early 20th century, Halloween began to change. No longer just a night of fear and superstition, it became a community celebration. Children wore costumes and went door to door asking for treats. Streets filled with laughter, decorations, and the scent of autumn. What had once been a night of dread transformed into a night of fun. And yet, even now, something ancient stirs on Halloween night. The wind whistles through the trees, the shadows grow deeper, and the world feels just a little stranger. It is as if the old belief remains, that for one night, the dead can still walk among the living. So, when you light a candle in your pumpkin or hear a rustle outside your window, remember, You are part of a tradition that has lasted for more than 2,000 years, a tradition born from fear and faith, from celebration and survival. Halloween is more than costumes and candy. It is a night that connects us with the mysteries of the past, and perhaps, just perhaps, when the veil grows thin, the spirits are still watching. If you enjoyed uncovering the mysterious origins of Halloween, make sure to like, subscribe, and join me for more journeys into the legends of history. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and stay spooky.